Thank you both for being with us to discuss this very exciting project. So, which one of you want to just jump right in and talk about the project?
So, Melina, I'll jump in this part. Give them okay. So the project is a 70-unit senior building in Upper Saddle River with a single superintendent unit on site. The project is a beautiful 3-story just off of Route 17, so it's pretty strategically located to kind of get to all of the things you need to. But the beauty about it is the support that came from the municipality to get it done. It's municipally owned land, donated to the Development Corporation. So it's the Housing Development Corporation of Bergen County, which is the nonprofit affiliate of the Housing Authority of Bergen County. So we've got some vouchers in it, and we've got some set-aside units for formerly homeless households. But it's really pretty gorgeous project. So Arnold, you have said that you have been there. I'm happy to take you there. I think I'm pretty impressed by both its location and its final build. It's really spectacular project.
Yeah, and I think Lynn definitely gave a great overview. I think just to add about the breakdown of affordability, of the 70 units, 51 units are reserved for low-income seniors, 55 years age and older. And then 18 units are reserved for special needs households. And then one is for the superintendent. So there's a great mix and breakdown of it being an affordable housing project, but also offering supportive services. And there's a great community spaces throughout the building on each level.
Arnold, it was actually a pretty cool thing because it's a modular build. And we had to, we create through a neighbor up there allowing us to store boxes there, and then the cranes on site and moving boxes, and then doing it all during COVID was a pretty, it was one for the resume for sure, that you could sit back and say, hey, we did this too. Remember when we did this during COVID? So
sounds fantastic. Do you want to say a little bit more in terms of your work with the city since it's a municipal award? You said they were helpful in terms of land, other stuff that the city helped facilitate.
Yeah, the city, the borough was really, really, truly helpful from the beginning. Number one, it's borough-owned land. They donated it to get the project built. They helped facilitate. We ran into we had a couple hurdles in the beginning due to its location. We needed an assist from the borough because it's actually hooked into Ramsey's sewer line. So they were incredibly helpful that way. And then they were incredibly generous with their own municipal donation to the construction of it. I think, Melina, you may have the breakout on the capital stack a little bit better than I know knowledge of. But
Yeah. I mean, just to add about the vital partnership between the HDC of Bergen County and the Borough of Upper Saddle River, they definitely helped take a site that was underutilized and landlocked in a tight suburban market with lack of services and lack of affordable housing, and made this project possible with the use of site accessibility and property easements in terms of like egress and allowing emergency vehicles to come through, especially since it's a senior population. So it definitely got this project up and running and really was helpful. Yep.
Sounds wonderful. Anything else that you folks want to add?
I think I also want to throw a shout out to our partners. I mean, everyone's worked really, really well, both the construction side of this as well as we just recently perm converted. Lots of work into it. And of course, as always, shout out to our Monarch partners. They are incredibly strong in this game and definitely know tax credits and investors and lenders and the things that we need to do to keep us straight and focused and making sure that our due diligence staff are taken care of and the boxes are checked so that we get through this and just create the environment that we have for seniors.
Yeah, and thank you for the shout out because on behalf of Monarch Housing Associates, we definitely value the HDC as a partner. And I know that we've been working on several projects as housing consultant for, I think, a decade, maybe now. So it's just incredible to see how many projects have been completed, and especially the Upper Saddle River project, especially since it was dealing with the pandemic and the consequences of high construction costs and inflation. So it was such a unique project, and to see it up and running is so incredible.
That is a phenomenal point. You know, you get so far into the leasing of it and and tenants moving in and enjoying that part of the process. And then you get into the property management of it or the conversion of it. You forget that the largest part of this construction happened during COVID. Yeah. And when you watched costs and prices explode, you get into the space of like, all right, we've got it underway. How do we bring it across the finish line? So yeah, it was a super partnership to be able to navigate those waters, clear some pretty heavy hurdles to get us to this point of celebrating, new homes for 70 folks.
Yeah. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears, but
For
all
sure.
effort. Yeah.
I mean, it's quite amazing. While most of us were sitting at home sheltered, you guys are actually getting homes built for 70 low-income folks. Kudos to you all. Thank you both for taking the time to tell us about the project and the great partnership that our municipal award winner has contributed to it.